Hello and welcome to another video or episode. Depending, of course, whether you are watching this on YouTube or listening on your favorite podcast player. So, I am in the just outside Manchester at the moment, in beautiful countryside over here near Poynton. I'm on my week 2 of my EQE Wilderness Therapeutic training, and been camping out. Got the hot tent behind me, got spring sun in front of me. I'll try and add that into the video. See a view across Lyme. And yeah, so I thought, since it's March now, I thought I'd do an update on where Bracken Outdoors is and where we're going. Because as many of you know who've been listening for a little while, I did a consultation with ASA last year, tail end of last year, and we recorded that, and it was a video and podcast series. You can go back and it's pretty easy to find. And essentially, the ASA made several recommendations, and we've been implementing them as they go. So one of the big ones has been a pricing change. So a significant increase in the prices of the sessions I run, particularly the home ed forest school sessions. That was one of the hardest things I've ever done from a business point of view. It is really difficult to put yourself out there and increase your prices. It's as soon as the first person says, "Oh gosh, that's expensive," your heart drops. And because, as with many leaders, I want as many people to be able to access the sessions at the same time. But in a put on your own oxygen mask first, currently it's not sustainable. It's like I found with the income survey that I did, most people in the space, like me, are currently operating below minimum wage if you take into account the hours that are worked. And obviously that's not sustainable for keeping a house, for raising a family, and so on. So I had to make the jump, and I've seen it hasn't been a fly away of people. It hasn't been people leaving the business. It's been up and down. So part of it is it's January and February. Those are difficult months to get people outside. So I've seen a roughly flat line in numbers initially, and then I ran an open day, and that generated a lot of publicity, had a lot of people come by, and as a result of that I've had a lot of people come in and out. And at the moment, as things stand with the forest school and bushcraft sessions, they are just on the cusp of being able to pay their own way. And with a few more bookings, we're talking like 3 to 4 children per day, it's going to hit the sweet spot where it's hitting the minimums I needed to earn to be able to work out, to be able to live. And that's something that I've worked out, and I recommend a lot of people, other people work out what is your survival rate, what is your minimum rate, and what is your target rate. So at the moment, I've been on survival rate. I've moved up. We're almost hitting minimum rate. As I said, just those 4 or 5 children more regulars per session. And so that's looking up, but it's still hard work, and I'm still feeling the shortfall in money, because I put a lot of the overheads on this massive. I did a whole separate video on that. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot out of you to run these sessions, and I'm kind of feeling that at the moment, that there's been a lot of effort put in and not so much financial reward out. There's been a lot of other rewards. It's fantastic working outdoors, fantastic working with families, and my cup is full there. It's just trying to get the rest into place. Of course, one thing that didn't help it last month in February, was the high winds and tricky weather, so we had to cancel a few sessions, and that kind of dropped the level lower. And it's it's been a rocky start to the year, but it always is, and this is only my second year running straight through the winter. Last year I did a kind of half and half in January and February where I stepped away a little bit, but this time I've kept running through. Difficult with all the mud and the rain and the cold, but it's been rewarding, and I think I'll continue to run through the winter months. Another thing that we talked about during the consultation call is the tarps and knots course, kind of going for a soft relaunch and trying to get more people interested in that. And as part of that, I did a giveaway for members of the Forest School Assistance and Support Facebook group, who've been very supportive through all this, and given away five tarps courses, and we'll hopefully see their feedback in the upcoming months as they work their way through and give me a better idea of how I can improve it, what's working, what's not working, and I can make it an even better product. Because I really believe in it massively. I think it will take you from beginner, no clue about knots, all the way through to just, okay, I know exactly what knot to use. I could put up that tarp in under 10 minutes, no problem at all. Just bowline on that side, round turn on that side, pull it tight, get the toggles on, strip it out, flip it over, quick guy line knot, and it's set, and it will cope with wind and it'll cope with rain, and it'll work well for the session. So you'll probably see more about the tarps and knots coming in the coming months as I add to it, because I've actually filmed kind of the whole second section. So there was supposed to be initially essential tarps and knots and then advanced tarps and knots, and part of that will be there'll be bits on how to handle wind and rain and lack of trees. It'll be how to clean the equipment, and it'll be all sorts of different tarp configurations and discussing the merits and disadvantages of all of them. So you'll see that coming over the coming months as well. So overall, it's hard work at the moment, and I think it is for everyone. There's a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. There's a lot of sessions that I'll be running in the future, and I feel like we're on a kind of false peak here, and I think I'm hoping that we'll go up rather than down after this point. But there's really a crossroads, and nobody knows how the next couple of months will pan out, and I'm verging between pessimism and optimism, but I'm happy to just see how it pans out for the moment. The other thing that's big for Bracken Outdoors is, of course, as I mentioned right at the start of this, is that I'm training as a therapeutic practitioner. So there'll be a lot more adult-based sessions, and particularly ones with therapeutic aims coming down, particularly when I do my initial 8 sessions and get people involved in that. And it's unlikely that we'll see Ember Path become a thing on its own this year, but I will be running all of the other stuff through, all of the therapeutic things through Bracken Outdoors to start off with, and then we'll see about next year. So that's where we're at. I hope you found this useful, and I hope you are getting to where you need to go on your journey. Remember, you can always reach out to me. There's amazing people on the Facebook group, Forest School Assistance Support, and if you'd like a proper consultation with someone who really does know the industry really well, then I can't recommend ACER highly enough. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Remember to make the most of every day, and I'll catch you all next time.